this one's for Katie. It was to demonstrate how to do brioche rib. Alright, so the pattern calls to cast on 8 stitches to start with, and then you're going to knit into the front and back of each of those stitches, so you end up with 16. So. Just to get to the end of that. Right, the first row after you do the increased row just sets the pattern. You only need to do it once. So for the next row, what you're doing is bring your yarn forward as if you're going to purl, slip the first stitch purlwise, but you keep the yarn this side, you don't take it back to knit. Next stitch you knit, and then you're going to do that all the way along. So bring the yarn over, purl one, slip one purlwise, then knit. So what you end up with is with a loop that's not been knitted over your needle. You do that all the way to the end of the row. So you end up with lots of stitches on your needle with the loops over. I will take some close-up photos and add them onto the page. So the second row, this is the one that is your pattern for the whole thing. So again, yarn over, slip one purlwise, and then you're going to knit those two. So you've got your loose thread and your stitch there, and you're going to knit those together, and you do that all the way along. So yarn forward, slip one purlwise, knit two, yarn forward, slip one purlwise, knit two together. Now the way to remember if you're doing it all in the right place is as you bring your yarn forward, you've got a purl stitch there, you're just going to slip that, and then you've got your yarn over and a knit stitch which you're then going to knit those two together. So as long as you remember that your loopy bit is in the middle of those three, and you do that all the way to the end, and that's the row. You're going to repeat all the way. So again, slip one purlwise, knit those two together, slip one together, and just fight the urge to take your yarn around to do the knit stitch. And that's basically the whole stitch. And what I'll do is take some photos of how it looks once I've got enough of a length there to show you what it looks like. So once you know how, it was all pretty simple. It's just remembering that you're taking that yarn over and you're not bringing it round when you're doing the knit two together. Right, it's a close-up of how it's done. Bring your yarn forward as if you're going to purl one slipways, and knit those two together. You've got that yarn going over. Just make sure it goes over the top of the needle. The yarn forward, slip one purlwise, knit two together, yarn forward, slip one purlwise, two together, and that's your whole pattern. And there you can just see the pattern appearing. So I will take some photos when I've got it further along.